The sky is clear, you see this tube rolling along towards you, and then as it passes over, momentarily the sky becomes overcast, and then as it moves on and you're left in its wake, the sky clears again. And with that movement you get the rushing winds as it approaches, and then once it's over you the wind is momentarily drops, and then as it passes on the wind picks up again. So it's quite an experience when one of these morning glory clouds passes over.
Okay, if clouds are trying to tell us something about our skies, what on earth is the morning glory saying to us?
The peninsula gets heated up by the sun during the day. Sea breezes come in both sides, collide and set off this wave which travels through the night, arriving at Burketown, and within that wave of air a roll of cloud can form.
And although no other place puts on quite such a spectacular show as Burketown, you do get the odd, show-stopping single-roll cloud appearing in other coastal areas.
Oh, what is it? It's right above us.
And these aren't the only clouds that have had us mystified. Across the globe, people have rushed out to record their own seemingly inexplicable skies.
It's a very strange looking cloud formation.
But when it comes to causing alarm, few clouds can compete with a cumulo-nimbus.
It looks a little bit like an atom bomb cloud, a mushroom cloud. It can reach 10, 12 miles up into the sky. The cumulo-nimbus is known as the king of clouds. And this is because of its size and because of the sort of weather it produces. And this is the extreme end of our weather. The energy within one of these enormous cumulo-nimbus clouds is equivalent to the energy of 10 atom bombs.
Just amazing. But some clouds don't just look catastrophic, they look almost otherworldly. These strange saucers have had many people looking for supernatural explanations.
The lenticularis cloud, you would most often find them in the vicinity of mountains because the process that causes them to form is all to do with the wind, the air, having to rise to pass over a mountain. Downwind from the peak, the air can take on this wave-like path, rising and dipping. At the peak of these waves, hovering in the wind, is one of these lenticular clouds. They can look remarkably like UFOs, like disc-shaped. Sometimes they're stacked. So you have one disc here, and then almost a little gap, and then a disc on top, which looks rather like the sort of, the pod that the aliens would sit in, I suppose.
But there are still some clouds that even the experts find hard to explain. On the 26th of June 2012, the skies over Regina in Canada brought residents running out into the streets.
We've experienced one of the coolest things I don't think I'll ever experience again in my life. We just experienced a wicked storm, and now the sky has got these little puffy bubble marshmallowy things going on. And I probably will never experience this again in my life.
The mamma cloud, which is also known as mammatus, when they cover the sky, it looks almost like a sort of Independence Day, sort of doomsday situation. You think, my word, what are those about? They're so kind of globular and dramatic. You do often see great examples out in the Great Plains of the States, Tornado Alley, all the places where the storm chasers go. Quite how mamma clouds form is not really clear. We're so used to seeing these different cloud forms above us. They're so omnipresent clouds and yet the chaotic movements of the atmosphere make them really rather difficult sometimes to understand.